Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm going to be testing my Peugeot 9x8 in multiplayer in Asphalt 9 at 2 stars. Please consider subscribing if you have not already, and be sure to check out my Furum Clips channel, Furum TV channel, and Purple Team Discord. Links to all those will be in the description, and I hope you enjoy these races. So this is the final video in a series of videos I've been doing, testing all of the cars that I got, or start up in case of the 765LT in the Bugatti Bolide Drive Syndicate. This car is not one that I thought I was going to be able to get from the beginning. But after some nice jackpots and the fact that I already had the 765LT, I was able to get this car. I did get one jackpot for it when I was only 2 blueprints away from unlocking it. And that's the reason why I have it at 2 stars. Otherwise, I would probably still just have it at 1 star. Now, I knew that even if I was able to get this car at 3 stars, I would have to spend even more in order to unlock the next car and to, spend all those Syndicate coins on upgrades for the Bolide. So I decided to just leave this car at 2 stars and see how it would do. And I was mostly pleasantly surprised. The car drives fairly well for being only at 2 stars out of 6. It's not the fastest thing. It goes 216 miles per hour, which is barely faster than a Grand Sport. Its handling was okay, although its drifting wasn't great, and the nitro efficiency was pretty average. The one thing, though, that set this car apart and made it somewhat feasible at all is the acceleration. This car, even at 2 stars, has an acceleration of over 84, which is higher than almost all B and A class cars that I was facing against, which is why you will see throughout a lot of the races in this video, I was able to get ahead in the beginning, and I kind of had all the cars in my rearview mirror for most of the race, and how I did in the race kind of depended on whether or not I was able to keep them back there in one way or another. One thing I've noticed over the years of Gameloft doing Drive Syndicates, and some other people have pointed this out as well, is that although they are some of the worst and hardest events for getting the top car in the event, like in this case the Bolide, they are some of the best events for getting and starring up lower cars in the events. Because the thing is, normally if you spend a few thousand tokens, you maybe get one car at 1 or 2 stars if you're just buying packs or whatever. But in Drive Syndicates, you can very regularly get 3 or 4 cars at 2 to 3 stars, spending anywhere between 5 to 10,000 tokens, which I get it isn't cheap obviously, but you're typically getting more for your buck than you would otherwise. So that's another perspective to look at Drive Syndicates for free-to-play players. Even though we don't really have any chance of getting the top car, or maybe even the second to top car anymore, we still will be able to get, most likely, a good few cars each time with spending several thousand tokens, probably less than 10,000 even. And although I don't particularly care for the Syndicate coin packs replacing the relay packs because it's based on luck and everything, if Gameloft does the thing again next time where they reset the amount that people can buy and you can buy like another 20 to get another 250,000 or so Syndicate coins on average, I think that would honestly be pretty good and better than the relay packs, because on average people would be able to buy more Syndicate coins without spending real money. You would have to obviously have more tokens for that, but I mean, isn't that kind of what we want at this point? We want to be able to spend our tokens and not be hard capped at 6,000 or whatever we were with relay packs. Just a slightly different perspective on Drive Syndicates, I guess, and the one that I've tried to have for the past few times, so I don't get discouraged in not being able to get the top car. I can be happy that I'm able to get a few lower cars and be able to make videos about them for you guys, because I've gotten 4 videos just from the Drive Syndicate, just with the cars that weren't even the top car, which is kind of cool in my opinion. Recently, the Volkswagen W12 Grand Prix came back, and I think I'm going to try to get the car this time around. I was only 9 blueprints away from 3 starring it, so I bought one of the 900 10 times packs, and I got 12 blueprints for it. So I now have a 3-star, not unlocked W12, so no key yet. I'm hoping 3 stars is enough to be able to unlock the car in whatever tier I end up at. I'm going to try for that. If not, I'm going to be disappointed, but hey, I think it's worth a shot. Some people have asked me, is the W12 worth going for? In particular, is it worth maxing? Well, the W12 is one of the best cars in B class. However, it is worse than the F1 LM. So here's what I would say. Since the F1LM is a much better car overall, if you have that one, focus on starring that car up. If you don't have the F1LM and want something that can compete in like go slipstream seasons and stuff like that, yeah, the W12 would be a decent car to go for. It is very fast. However, its nitro efficiency isn't the greatest, and some other things, you know, similar to that, set it back from being as good as the F1LM. Still a decent car to go for though, and one that I would recommend people try to get in this Grand Prix. And although it's not really one that I would recommend for most people to spend tens of thousands of tokens on, if you only have to spend a few thousand maybe to start up and have a better chance at getting it, that's one risk that I would be willing to take. In fact, I have done it, basically. Some people have wondered when I'm going to make another garage video. My plan for that is on the 5-year anniversary of Asphalt 9, so I think that's July 26th of this year. It's crazy, it's been 5 years. I'm going to make a 5-year anniversary video showcasing my garage. In the past, I've done it 1.5 years and then 3 years, and I think 5 years would be a good point past that, because 4.5 seems just weird to me. In terms of other videos that are coming soon-ish at some point, sooner than that one, hopefully, the best and worst cars in each class list, in this case D-Class, the first one, has been taking a little longer than I had anticipated, but hopefully within the next week or so, I'm going to spend some time this weekend working on drafts of the tier list themselves, and hopefully finalizing them throughout the next week with the help of some folks with much bigger garages than mine that will be able to have actually tested a lot of these cars that I haven't been able to myself. I've also written most of the lyrics for my next Asphalt 9 song. Presumably that will be coming out in around a month or so. Gives me enough time to make the video and everything like that. I most likely will not do it for a special subscriber milestone, but who knows, if we get closer to 45k faster than I expected, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I'll probably be releasing that one on Spotify as a double feature with Worldwide as well as their instrumentals. This will be my 10th Asphalt song, which is kind of insane. And I think after this, I may focus more on doing other music that's not Asphalt related. In fact, I have a non-Asphalt album coming out in like a week or so, hopefully. We'll see, I'll upload it to the channel. It's a project that has been in the works for years now. It's 3 songs that have a constant, I guess, theme in a sense running through them. They're instrumental, they're not lyrical, but I kind of made them as a trilogy in a sense. Hopefully you guys will see what I mean whenever that comes out. It would be cool to get picked up by a music label, especially Monstercat, but I sent them some demos a long time ago and never heard back. Maybe I'll try again one day. As we're in our final race, I'll give my general review of the Peugeot 9x8. I had a lot of fun driving this car. The strong acceleration is definitely its most competitive aspect. At 2 stars, its top speed of 216 miles per hour is probably its weakest point, but was still decently competitive on a good number of tracks. The handling is pretty good, the drifting is the nitro isn't great. But if you can get ahead and stay ahead, you've got a decent chance of success. Maybe I'll be able to start this car up again in the future. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you've enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt, Forza, Minecraft, and other games content. And I will see you in my next video, maybe the Ares S1 or ME412, we'll see. Anyway, goodbye!